I think we should start with the team that everybody loves to hear or hates to hear, depending on what side of the fandom you're on.
This guy.
Let's talk about the Los Angeles Lakers.
Again? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of Lakers talk. I can't stand them.
We have to talk about it for a good reason, though.
Yeah, they do have LeBron James on their team. And today we have the rare positive Lakers talking point, so I think we gotta give them their just due a little bit. If y'all don't know, they've won 5 of their last 6 games and have surprisingly looked extremely confident without Anthony Davis. And now we just got a report today that Anthony Davis is progressing well and is set to return towards the end of this week. So, do y'all think they're going to make a playoff push?
No, I don't.
Oh, my God.
I don't. This is like every team throughout the season is going to have their ups. They're going to have their downs. Unless you're like a lottery team in which everything's down. Like if you're the Detroit Pistons, your whole season's going to suck, right? We already know that.
Nonstop pain.
Damn.
Exactly. If you have LeBron and you have AD, I hope that you can string a couple wins together. Now, it's impressive that it's coming without Anthony Davis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's impressive. However, counter to your optimism, the Lakers have...
Go ahead, my bad.
The Lakers have 5 lineups. They're 5 most used lineups with LeBron and AD.
Mm-hmm.
All of them have negative net ratings.
Damn.
Right? So, like, this isn't something to where we're going to see LeBron and AD come back and then immediately we're going to see wins follow up. It hasn't been that easy all season, and I don't think that's going to change once AD gets back.
Yeah, well, to be clear, I'm not super optimistic, so I'm maybe not act like I'm like, oh, they're gonna win the finals. They won 5 games in fucking December.
But even a playoff push, I'm not sure about that.
I mean, they have 1 less win than the 5 seed. So like, the West is so tight together. Mo, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. I think they absolutely do because there's so many teams that are in just like catastrophe right now, and I would say like anywhere from the 5 seed to obviously the 11 seed, which are the Lakers are right now. The Lakers can. The West is just so volatile, and nothing is consistent outside of those top 4 teams in the West. And if there's an injury or a couple strings of bad games to the Sacramento Kings, God forbid, or like who knows, like how Jordan Poole is gonna wake up feeling. We're gonna talk about the Warriors later, but like they're so goddamn inconsistent in the definition of turnovers and shit. And the Los Angeles Clippers just got their backs blown up by the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks suck. The Hawks suck. So it's like
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad to hear that from you.
Yeah, have to admit it. So absolutely,
I'm not gonna say nothing.
But I think we should. So whether the Lakers are really going to be like respectable going forward is neither here nor there. Let's talk about these last 6 or 7 games and why they've been so good. We talked about it a little bit last week at the end of the pod. It does start and end with LeBron James. LeBron's been fucking ridiculous since AD went down. I think over the last 7 games, I got it written down. He's averaging 35 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. No, I fucked it up again. 35 points, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds while shooting 58% from the field, even though he's only shooting 23% from 3.
Yeah.
So, like, he looks like LeBron. Like, the talk about him being washed was a little premature. He's been incredible.
LeBron has been LeBron, and the supporting cast have been so out of character, hitting threes like crazy when they were playing against the Atlanta Hawks a couple of nights. I thought I was going against the fucking 2015 Warriors. I'm like, this is preposterous right now. Are you kidding me? And then on top of that, I wanted to give flowers to someone that I mentioned way earlier in the season or earlier in the podcast. Both. Thomas Bryant. He's a good ass player. He hasn't been shooting as many threes. I used to think of him more of a 3-point shooter back in his Wizards days than he was that. And he hasn't been as much of that. But he's a goddamn good player, bro. And Dennis Schroeder's, he learned how to play basketball again. He's 80 mil Dennis Schroeder right now.
We do have to talk about Thomas Bryant. I don't know if I'm going to say he's a goddamn good player, but he's playing great right now. I don't know if I'm going to go that far.
I love role players,
Listen. If he could play defense, he'd be a goddamn good player. Yeah. But offensively, he's been eating. And it's so funny because when you watch him play, I saw a tweet that said he looks like what a 10-year-old would look like when they imagine themselves in an NBA player's body. That's how Thomas Bryant plays.
That's so disrespectful.
Wildly disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful. It's true though. It's true. Yeah. He's first team all hustle. I'll give him that.
He tries so hard.
He wants it so bad. I'll give him that. But
yeah,
I mean,
he wants it way worse than everybody else.
Yeah, but like Mo said. And we talk about it a lot whenever teams go on runs, and a lot of times you look at their like opponent 3-point percentage, and like that's kind of a barometer of like how sustainable their defenses. And with the Lakers, like right now over the last 7 games, they're 8th in the league in 3-point percentage on offense. And it's like, do you really think that without Austin Reeves, without your boy Lonnie Walker, who's going to be out there, are we really going to be relying on Pat Bev, Russell Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn to keep hitting the Juan T, to keep hitting the way that they are for the rest of the season?
No, of course not. But some might say it's positive regression because they started the year so unbelievably, unsustainably bad. So, like, maybe the truth is somewhere in between. You know what I mean? Maybe they're not the 9th best team, but maybe they're not by far 30th. Maybe they're, 19th, 20th. So it's still not good. But, like, it's good enough when you have LeBron and AD and their defensive identity is pretty sound.
Yeah.
Like, their whole problem whenever they lost 4 straight as soon as Anthony Davis went out is because when AD's not there, they're a fucking defensive disaster class. Mm-hmm. Partially because Thomas Bryant has to play big minutes and he couldn't defend me and Donovan pick and roll. But despite that, they've been 12th in defense in the last 7 games. So if they can be respectable with these wing defenders coming back, and then AD comes back and patches up all the stuff that's missing, that's the bright side that you can look forward to, is positive regression shooting wise.
Yeah.
Again, another counter to you. I'm really just trying to throw as many counters as possible. Exactly. The Timberwolves are going to get Cat back. The Suns are going to get Devin.
Who cares? They're Timberwolves.
All they have to do is, I'm not saying that they have to be good. I'm just saying that they have to be better than the Lakers. The Timberwolves are going to get Cat back. The Suns are going to get Devin Booker back. Okay. The Warriors are going to get Steph Curry back. Yeah, for sure. And so you have a lot of these teams ahead of the Lakers where right as they're going to be making their push to try and get out maybe outside of the playing range, they're going to be getting their top player back as well. And so if the Lakers can't keep this up, and if they can't go on like a 10-game win streak to get them some cushion for when the Warriors get back healthy, when the Suns get back healthy, I don't know if playoffs is in the cards for them this year. And also,
yeah, for sure.
And it's like, listen, let's praise LeBron. Let's give him all the cred, right? He's playing amazing. This feels very, very dangerous to have 38-year-old LeBron playing this hard, this intense, like having, exerting this much energy in January. It feels very, very dangerous. And
that's what he's got to do.
I know. But the last time, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But it's very scary to me, and I'm not sure that he can keep this up. And that when AD comes back, that he will want to keep it up because he will want to rely on AD a little bit more.
Well, that's the thing. He won't have to, right? If AD comes back and fucking stays healthy, but who knows? Obviously, it's always a big if with Anthony Davis. He doesn't need to. Like we saw during the stretch before AD got hurt, he was playing like the best player on the planet for like 8 games.
Yeah.
If he keeps that up and LeBron is back to what he's doing now, but not the same volume because he doesn't have to, there's like they haven't had a point yet where both of them are clicking 100%. AD was clicking 1,000% and they got hurt. Now LeBron's back to LeBron. If we can get both of them together, they have a higher ceiling than we've seen it all this season, right?
So while you keep that in mind,
but we haven't seen that in like 2 years.
While you keep that in mind, it's also important to know that I guess it may be time to revisit this conversation, or at least LeBron revisited this conversation and the reporter that he was interviewed by, knowing that there is at least a chance that they both hit their stride. All the role players are doing their thing and they're scrapping and they're fighting. Would you revisit those conversations at least about trading those 2 picks?
I mean, I don't think either of us think they shouldn't. I think the only reason people think they shouldn't is people that work for the Lakers, right? Like everybody agrees they should trade those picks. Will they realistically? I don't know. Maybe you said, that media push. Maybe that media push LeBron's making is going to help, but it doesn't look like it.
They're not. I think the Lakers have made up their mind. And I think after seeing the way that Russell Westbrook played last year with the Lakers and coming into the offseason saying we're going to keep him and we're not going to spend these picks to get him out of here and try to rebuild or try to retool and do anything, if you can legitimately go to sleep at night and not lose any sleep with that version of Russell Westbrook coming back onto your team, this isn't going to change anything. And LeBron can, and what LeBron should have done. Listen, and I have beef. Because I stayed up a long time watching ESPN, waiting for that stupid interview, watching 3 iterations of SportsCenter, waiting for them to play that interview, and then it comes out in the article. Right? I need to see that. And I'm very upset.
hype of this interview,
at least an hour and a half of my sleep away.
The hype of this interview, they made it seem like he was gonna fucking request a trade on national.
That's what I was thinking. I texted
If you
my
thought
dad.
that, you're out of your mind.
I texted my dad. I said, "Listen, Streets is saying there's a big Bron interview tonight. Be on alert. All right, I'm gonna need you to stay up." And he was upset at me. So now LeBron's calling him family drama for me. We have beef now.
All that just to cry about the Lakers. Talk about, of course, the scoring thing, which is obviously interesting. But bro, no one needs to hear none of that. Really, not right now. Do it first.
So LeBron, shut up.
Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah. I forgot what we were saying before that. Something I don't want to say.
Do we even care about the like we care about the scoring title? I feel like we talked about it. I feel like that's the only positive thing that the Lakers have going for them, that we've kind of talked that into nauseum. So like it's gonna be obviously like it's gonna be a cool moment and it's gonna be like, oh wow, like LeBron did it. But I really feel like if the Lakers were good, it would have meant a little bit more. This feels like 2 years ago when the Lakers sucked even more and the Lakers could get blown out by 30 and you'll go on Instagram right after and LeBron's just like, I'm just a kid from Akron. And he just posted all of his accomplishments. That's what that is going to feel like to me. And I feel like it's going to be a little bit watered down.
I don't find it interesting because it's a foregone conclusion. Like, unless he gets hurt, he's going to hit it this year. So it's not like it's a, will he hit it? It's like, when is he going to hit it? So it's like, I guess I'll just wait until the day he hits it to care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I saw a stat the other day that said he could score 0 points in the next 20 games and he'll still have a chance to hit it this season.
This season? Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, whatever. But yeah, I guess in terms of how we feel about this run, it seems to be everyone's cautiously preventing themselves from being optimistic about it, right? Like, good for them, but nobody's like, we'll see.
I won't say
that's 100% how I feel. Good for them.
This is the most hope that Lakers fans have had all season, which is great. But you can't.
I don't even think it's a lot of hope.
Yeah.
I think what it is really is the hope is when Anthony Davis comes back. The hope is we can finally see them both clicking because LeBron got his feet under him. Really, it's like relief that they didn't get destroyed while AD's out, and they put themselves in a position where 500 is like very attainable. And that it's like, if there's optimism, it's that they could potentially go on a run now and get above 500 finally.
This is poverty for the Lakers. If this is poverty for the Lakers,
for sure. We're in hell. We're praying we go 22-22. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What are we even talking about right now?
I know. Let's get to it. Let's talk about another team that. Well, actually, first, I forgot. We have some hot takes to go over because we haven't done this in like 3 episodes, and people are mad about it. We're getting a lot of comments like, "Where are the hot takes at?" We're leaving comments and nobody's looking at them. So let's throw people a bone.
Let's go.
Throw them a bone. That's crazy. All right, let's do it.
I want to take a second to tell y'all about our newest partner, Underdog Fantasy. If you don't already know, Underdog Fantasy is the fastest and easiest way to play fantasy sports and earn money watching your favorite players. And all you got to do is pick whether a player is going to go higher or lower than their projected stat, and you can win up to 20 times your money every single night. And what's even better is if you use code TD3, they'll double your first deposit up to $100, which basically means free money. And you know me, I play Underdog Fantasy a lot. This week I had some up and down luck. As you can see here, I almost won $400, but Josh Giddey failed me. He only scored 25 points plus rebounds plus assists when I need 30. But it's all right because I still won money this day because I picked these 3 players from that entry and did a smaller version that hit, so I ended up in the positive. And then later on in the week, I ran this 4-man entry, which, again, I only hit 3 for 4, sadly. But I still won money because I used insurance on the entry, which lets you win 1.5 times your money for getting 1 wrong. So it wasn't the $100 I hoped for, but profit is profit. So if you want to play along with me this week, once again, use code TD3 to double your first deposit and follow us on Instagram to see my picks every day. Now let's get you back to the show. I got a list of NBA hot takes for you guys. Y'all let me know if these are W takes or L takes. Y'all let me know if these are W takes or L takes. Cole says that Jason Tatum is a top 5 player right now.
Yeah, I guess. And
5's tough. 5's real tough.
That's tough. We just did our rankings, and I think I had Tatum. Tatum was either 6 or right outside. So it's a W take because it's reasonable, but I don't know if I would have Tatum at 5 right now when everybody's healthy.
Yeah. Y'all are right about that. Or you're right about that.
I'm going to go L take. Is it better than Giannis?
No.
Is it better than Steph?
No.
Is it better than Jokic?
No.
Is it better than Luka?
No.
Hell no.
Is he better than Kevin Durant?
Debatable.
That's debatable.
Debatable. The name I thought you were going to go with Embiid. I thought you were going to go with Embiid.
Hell no.
That's at least 6 right there. Is it better than LeBron? Maybe. Yeah, you can give him to LeBron this year.
You could say so.
So, I don't know. I think he's just outside the top 5.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. Lowercase L.
Lowercase L. It's not too bad.
Not massive at all.
Okay. Druv. Sorry if I mispronounced that name. I think it's Indian. I don't Dhruv. Druv?
I don't know. I don't know how to say that.
Me neither. Druv says that people are overreacting to Trey's down season, and he's still the best guard in the East.
Best guard in the East? Ooh. Are we taking Trae Young over Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, that is ridiculous to say.
No.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but Trae has been on fire over the last 10 games. He has, like, similar to 2022, 2021 Trae Young stats numbers. But this season, sad to say, you need to let go of the nuts. He is not the best guard in the East. He is probably maybe third. Really, I would say he's been performing like the fourth, if I'm being real. So,
Oof.
he's not the first.
Yeah. I'm going to say
You're
W
getting
take.
spicy about your Hawks. I like that.
I
like
have
that.
to, bro.
Band-Aids off.
Have to be honest.
Listen, I'm going to say W take in terms of people are overreacting to his down season. Probably. It was just poor shooting luck to start the year. He's still the same Trae Young. But he's not the best guard in the East. Like you said, Donovan Mitchell's been crazy. So it's, I don't know, look, L, I guess, half and half.
I think overall he is, but in terms of this season, he's not. He's not playing like it. There's certain things that are missing from his game that were integral last year.
True. Yeah, I think the bigger issue is the fit with DeJounte than it is Trae being worse
No,
this year.
I think it's the coach. It's not the fit with DeJounte. Same shit happens when Trae's on the fucking bench, so it doesn't matter. DeJounte or not.
Listen, it went downhill when they added another point guard to play next to him that needs the ball. That's all I'm saying. All right, next one. Flash Fanboy says that the Warriors won't even make the playoffs.
Oh, that's an L take.
Yeah,
that's
an
an
L
L
take.
take.
After
L
a
take, right?
championship, you say that?
They're gonna make the playoffs.
I get it. They started slow, but they've been recovering lately. We're gonna talk about them a little bit later. They're now up to the 6th seed without Steph Curry. I'm not gonna predict they're gonna fall off worse than they've been.
Yeah, exactly. And Clay is finding his stride. He just dropped 50 the other day. Andrew Wiggins is back now. Curry's he's supposed to come back within the next few weeks, I'm assuming, or something like that. They're lit right now.
I know. Yeah, we were talking about Clay like he was a janitor to start the year, and now he's looking like Klay Thompson again.
Exactly.
So.
He had to beg fucking Charles Barkley on TV talking about give me some time. Damn.
On his knees begging for props. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's looking good, so I think there's reason to be optimistic about the Warriors. Which
yeah, exactly.
I think that transitions us. I think we should talk about the Warriors.
Let's do it.
So over the last 7 games, they've won 5. Before that, it was 5 in a row, but they dropped the last 2. And as you know, they were down there with the Lakers to start the year in poverty around the 11 or 12 seed. But now they're up to the 6th seed, surprisingly. And they've done this whole run without Steph Curry, surprisingly.
Yeah.
How are y'all feeling about the outlook for this team?
I don't know. I think I'm cautiously optimistic because the Warriors, the entire league is kind of going through this whole thing when just nobody can win on the road. There's like 3 or 4
Yeah,
teams.
they're way worse though.
There's 3 or 4 teams that have winning records on the road. And like you said, the Warriors are 3-16 on the road, which is absolutely ridiculous. But at the same time, they have the best record in the West at home. They're 17-4 at home. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Have y'all read or heard anything about why the road record's so bad? I feel like I haven't been following them close enough as like their diehard fans and analysts would. So I don't know why they suck so bad on the road, do y'all?
I don't know either. But I don't think that it's just a Warriors thing because there's a whole bunch of teams. The Nuggets and the Grizzlies are both 500. They're tied for the 1 seed right now. They're 500 on the road. The Pelicans, who are 2.5 games back, they're sub 500 on the road. I don't think that there's a team.
3-16 is different though. That's just
way
different.
It is. No, it
That's
is.
like
It is.
Rockets
But there's not a
type numbers,
team,
bro.
But there's not a team in the Western Conference with a winning record on the road. And
is that normal?
I don't think that this is normal league wide. It's clear that obviously like 3-16 isn't normal either. So like we can keep it to the Warriors, but I don't know if being bad on the road is just like a them problem.
Let's see.
I think the fact that they've been able to be 17-4 and have these crazy wins at home is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Last year the Warriors were 22-19 on the road, so they were above 500, but they weren't crazy. Bro, last year the Suns were 32-9 on the road. The same exact way. That's the same exact record as they were at home. That's crazy.
You know one of the 9 teams to beat them last year were the Hawks. I'm just throwing it out there. Oh shit.
And then Wow, that's crazy.
I have no idea what happened, but I'm assuming that he is still recording. Either way, he's probably gonna.
Yeah, he's probably. Yeah, we're gonna cut this.
Yeah, he's gonna cut this. Damn, that is crazy. He's got sniped into oblivion. Holy shit!
I actually left the FaceTime call.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna leave that in there.
This guy.
Yeah, last thing I heard was the Hawks sniped the Suns last year.
Yeah, the Hawks were one of the. I was saying the Hawks are one of the teams last year to go ahead and beat the Phoenix Suns at home, at their home.
Yeah, well, none of us know why the Warriors suck on the road, but they just do. We'll leave that conversation to the people that pay more attention to them and watch them every night. But let's talk about this recent stretch where they're winning despite Steph. It's really interesting. You look at the numbers because I think the thing we've known all year about Jordan Poole, which his fans will tell you every 5 seconds, is that he plays better when he's a starter. And that he started off the year so bad because he went back to the bench, and for some reason he just can't cook when he's on the bench. Hey, I mean, over the last 7 games, he's averaging 28 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Yeah. But he's only shooting 26% from 3 on a ridiculous 10 shots per game.
So odd.
Yeah. But yeah, he's scoring a lot. Like, I guess that's helping their offense stay afloat without Steph.
I think, listen, when you look at like what Poole's doing, if he were to do this over the course of a season, he would be the prime candidate for somebody who you talk about and you're like, oh, those are empty stats, because it's like, oh, somebody somebody has to score, right? Yeah. And like the Warriors, surprisingly, their defense has gotten much better. They're like over the last 7 games, they're 3rd in the league in defense, which is crazy. But I don't know if Poole is the answer for them, like if he is going to end up being in the starting lineup. And we've kind of seen this back and forth between him and Clay, and how are they going to mesh, because everybody else has their role, right? You're like, Steph is going to be out there, Wiggs, Dre, Kevon Looney, all 4 of them are going to be there. Who's going to be in that 2 guard spot? And is it going to be Klay Thompson, who's been up and down, or is it going to be Jordan Poole, who apparently can't play off the bench in a like consistent manner?
Well, it's got to be Klay, right? Like, he's averaging 34 for the last 7 games. Like, he's been great too.
He's a better player.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm saying if you're the Warriors moving forward,
I get what you mean.
Unless Steph has this like crazy run the way that he did in the finals last year, you're gonna need Jordan Poole to step up in a big way. And there were times in the playoffs last year where he was basically unplayable because he can't really play defense. And so like coming off the bench, I don't know. And so if we bring it back to like full picture with the Warriors, I don't know what they look like long term.
Well, the bigger issue is that he just needs to fucking figure out how to be good off the bench, because like it makes too much sense role wise. Like him as a 6th man with Klay in the starting lineup, fitting next to Steph Curry, it makes total sense. He just needs to figure out to get his rhythm when he's on the bench. It's ridiculous that he can't.
Yeah, exactly. And in terms of long term, I'm starting to think that, I don't know, like if Jordan Poole is the best player on your team long term, then more than likely your team is probably not that good. You're probably either mid, or you're probably like fighting for your life, teetering on the lottery and things like that, you know? And Jordan Poole just doesn't seem like a franchise type guy. He seems like the franchise's guy, like sidekick.
Yeah, he's not though. Who thought he was? I know some like teens on TikTok
like
will tell you that.
That bag
but they got to keep.
I mean that contract is going to look better in a couple of years. It's like
sure.
the cap is going to spike. Is going to be okay. I'm with you. The number looks crazy to see that Jordan Poole's getting $140 million. Yeah. But I mean, listen, if he's going to be your first man off the bench, he deserves that kind of money. He had a really big role last year. I think that like the new and improved version of the death lineup that they had,
pool party,
the pool party lineup with Steph, Poole, Klay, Wiggins, and Draymond. You saw that only worked against the Nuggets, who were completely depleted and had Jokic. And then once they played the Grizzlies and other good teams, like that just didn't work at all.
Yeah.
So that lineup isn't going to be able to work in the playoffs. They're not going to be able to go super small. Mm-hmm. And so I think if you're the Warriors, best case scenario for them, because they're 2.5 games behind the Mavericks for the 4 seed. I think best case scenario is the 4 seed. You end up getting home court advantage in the first round, and then you fight your way for the rest of the playoffs. Yeah. And that's kind of their ceiling right now.
Well, let's talk about more specifically these last 7 games. We're talking about, the whole conversation is based around the fact that they've been looking good without Steph and managing to win games. You alluded to it. they're fourth in defense, right? When they had Steph and they're struggling throughout the year, their issue wasn't really defense. It was that their offense was fucking putrid without Steph on the court because they had no other creators. And we're talking about Jordan Poole stepping into that role and Klay Thompson having a bigger role and they're scoring well. They're still just 23rd in offense during the stretch.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're taking a pessimistic view, it's not super encouraging that their biggest weakness is still their biggest weakness, even though they're winning. Like, I guess you could say when they add Steph back into that can pick them back up on offense. And their defense is still going to stay good, but their weakness is still there. Like, clearly they still need, or they're still incredibly reliant on Steph to a dangerous degree.
So a question is, if they were going to go ahead and make a trade happen, it's so hard to even think of a trade that would work and help aid their like offensive woes, because like who's out there right now who fits picture perfect for them, and do they have the assets for that? And it's hard.
What do you think their biggest needs?
Say again?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What do you think their biggest needs are?
Fucking scoring in my mind, and also like fucking another wing. Or what has JaMychal Green been doing this season? I haven't been paying too much attention to him. Exactly. And another big of some sort who can actually like do something productive, but like at the same time, like what are they gonna trade for? Like Jakob Poeltl? Do you really want to give up James Wiseman, the second overall pick for Jakob Poeltl? Like,
they're in an interesting spot.
Yeah.
Like you said, they need some kind of scoring, or I think even more playmaking. It was really what's important from another guard, which like was supposed to be Moses Moody, but where is he at? Why doesn't Steve Kerr play him? I don't know.
Exactly.
But I've seen a lot of Warriors. There's a report actually today that apparently the Warriors are kind of like internally concerned about having to give Kevon Looney and Draymond Green so many minutes because they don't have that front court depth like you alluded to.
Yeah.
I guess you could say they need another big. I've seen a lot of Warriors fans clamoring for that. But you mentioned Jakob Poeltl. It's like a name they're commonly linked to.
Exactly.
He's like too good, right? Because when you get into the playoffs, they're going to get 20 minutes a game from Draymond at center, 22 minutes a game with Looney out there because he's been good. So if they're getting a big in there, he's only going to play for like 10 minutes in the playoffs. Yeah, so like how do you use your resources to bring that in?
You don't. They're stuck. They're stuck with the team that they have. You gave Andrew Wiggins the bag. You gave Jordan Poole the bag. These are the guys that you're going to go to battle with in the playoffs. And Wiggins has missed the last month. And so now that, like, it's going to be very interesting to see what they look like in the next 5 games when Wiggins comes back. He had a really bad first game, but hey, it happens when you take a month off of basketball, right? So his perimeter defense is going to help a lot. Dante DiVincenzo has been really good over this stretch.
Yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga has also showed a lot of growth. I think for the Warriors, in terms of the young guys with Kuminga, Moody, and Wiseman, it would have been perfect if all 3 of them stepped into this new role and flourished. Mm-hmm. You really only needed 1.5 of them to really take that next step, because you're only gonna in the playoffs. Because in the playoffs, what are you running? You're running an 8-man rotation, 9-man rotation at like you're not running 10 deep in the playoffs unless you're like the classic Warriors and you just have strength in numbers. But most of the times it's either 8 or 9, so you don't need crazy depth from your young guys. I think with Wiggins coming back, they're gonna get some wing scoring. They're gonna get some defense back. Steph is gonna come back in the next week. They are finally hitting their stride, and so I think that they'll be okay. I don't think that there's a move out there that's smart for them to make.
If they were to buyout candidates, if they were to make a move, there's only one player. That is also what. That is the real answer to that. But if they wanted to get frisky, which they never do, I don't remember in this era the last time the Warriors made a trade. I don't think they ever have made one in the middle of the season like that already at all. But Rui Hachimura on the Washington Wizards is an interesting name because he fits exactly what they need, but his asking price might be a little bit too high. But at the same time, you never know what the Washington Wizards are thinking because they're a mid-ass team.
That's a good name. That's a good name.
Is it? What does Rui bring that you think could help them?
Offense. He reminds me of Paul Millsap in a sense.
Okay.
That's
definitely
my
a poor man's Paul Millsap, but I see what you mean play style wise.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. How do y'all feel about his defense? I guess I haven't watched a ton of Wizards.
That's
I was thinking that. I was like, is his defense good? Like I was like, am I missing something? I feel like he's not a good defender at all.
Yeah, no, defense is ass. You're not looking at him for defense. You're looking at him for straight hoops, buckets, mid-range buckets in the paint.
Yeah, maybe I just need to watch more Rui Hachimura because you said that name and I was like, they want a guy who's a bad defender and just an okay offensive player.
Yeah.
perfect candidate. I don't know about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I see what you mean. That's that is a mold they use. You can call him a big wing. So like, worst case scenario, he brings size, which they need.
Yeah,
but yeah, exactly. I like that. They could. What do y'all think about Kyle Kuzma?
I think cool, if they could get Kuz, that would be fantastic. I don't know.
They could get Kuz, but the problem is, could they re-sign him and extend him? But they're already so deep in the luxury tax. I don't know.
Well, they've shown. I think if they can, I think Joe Lacob has shown that he's willing to pay the luxury tax. I don't think that's a problem.
The other 29 owners might murder him if he pays another max salary.
They probably will. But guess what? To the other 29 owners, or I guess 28, because the Clippers are running the bill up too. Get your money up. Like just stop being broke. Stop being broke.
I actually don't know if they'd be able to sign him. I don't know if they have his bird rights.
I don't think they could.
They couldn't.
That's too much of a large ask. It would be interesting.
Bird rights are confusing sometimes. Yeah. I think if you trade for a player in the season, you can't give him the max. You can only give him 25% more of what they currently make.
Exactly.
Which Kuzma might make more than that. He might be in for a big payday.
Which is odd.
He probably is. But if the Warriors can get their hands on him, they should. I think that they should go ahead and get it. You have a 34, 35-year-old Steph Curry. I think by the time the playoffs start, Steph will be 35 years old.
Damn.
The same way.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know. The same way.
He's still in his prime. He's 35.
Yeah.
The same way that we talk about the Lakers, kind of mistreating the back end of LeBron's prime and not going out and using all their assets to go do it. The Warriors have to do the same thing with Steph Curry, especially coming off a title. Yeah. Like that just seems kind of the right thing to do for him. So if you can get Kuz, go ahead, spend all your money. That stadium they print money, it's monopoly money. They're fine. And
they screwed up. They screwed up last year. They overvalued their young players, guys like Moody and Kuminga.
I don't think that they overvalued them though. I really don't think so. I think Kuminga showed a lot. Kuminga had some really good moments. Moses Moody stays ready, and and he stays ready. Moses Moody cannot play for 3 months and then come in and he can knock down 2 shots. He had some really good moments as well. Yeah. And so you think, and especially, and I know it's just summer league, but he looked like the best player in summer league. He looked like he did not belong out on that floor with everybody else.
I'm waiting him to show and prove it. Steve Kerr, I guess, is that he's at least making it seem like they held too long onto it. I
don't know. Maybe Moses Moody got gassed up by summer league stats and he just thinks that he's too good and he's not ready. James Wiseman, he's the one where it's disappointing, but you saw the flashes of potential with him and he should have taken an okay. At least potential. There was times where, because you didn't need him to be Joel Embiid. You don't need him to go out and get 30 and be the anchor of your defense, right? You can, well, in some senses, yes. But with Draymond Green there to help him, all he needed to do was be solid defensively, roll hard, which is something that the Warriors haven't really had over this entire span. And if you can be an athletic version of, let's say, Andrew Bogut, right? Maybe a little bit more skilled than what Bogut was as an offensive finisher, not as a passer, but as an offensive finisher, then I think that they were smart in keeping him and not trading him away.
Yeah. I guess it's easy to say in hindsight it was a mistake because he's completely lost on defense and doesn't know how to play in their offense because it's complicated, but I see what you mean. I think we can move off the Warriors. So if the Lakers were cautiously optimistic or were cautiously scared to be optimistic, how are y'all feeling about the Warriors? Are you overall hopeful for them?
Yeah, I guess. I think I talked myself into being hopeful for them over the course of the segment. So I guess I'm optimistic for the Warriors.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say so too. I definitely am. They've shown, I think the level that they've played at, I'm not saying like they can continue throughout the rest of the season being okay without Steph Curry, but they're getting it together around the right time, and he's going to come back sooner than later, and so they're back-to-back champs. I have no real reason to not be optimistic that they're going to be in the playoffs and remain at the same course that they're in right now.
Cool. I think I agree. Before the season, I said I thought they were going to win the championship again. That ship has sailed. Their defense is too bad. They've lost too many role players. But we said that for a reason. They have this pedigree. They can get back to that position, hopefully. They're going to be in the playoff mix.
Yeah, absolutely.
Facts.
Listen, we're being way too fucking positive. It's been 30 minutes of nothing but praise to these teams. We need to talk about some teams that are ass.
Let's do it.
Mo, you've been begging to talk about this team for weeks. Tell me what's wrong with the Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors, man, this is a really
You hate
interesting
them.
team.
You
Nah,
really
I don't
hate
hate
them.
them.
And they just came off a win. They just came off a win against the Blazers.
Against the Blazers?
Yeah.
The Blazers are
Great.
even
Well,
worse right now. Dude, the Blazers fell off a fucking cliff. They were the number 1 seed a couple weeks ago, and they fell off.
Bro.
So
Screw that
ain't
win. The Raptors have lost 9 of their last 13 games.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's
In
terrible.
that span, they're 22nd in defense and 19th in offense.
Yeah,
That is just the epitome of mid. Maybe that's worse than mid. It's below average on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet
Pascal-
forgot how to shoot threes.
Pascal's an
a
empty
god.
stats guy? He's an
Oh my
empty
God,
stats guy?
No. Pascal's a god. We're going to give it to him. Pascal is a monster. He's been so good, but it doesn't matter because Fred VanVleet can't shoot threes. Scotty Barnes is Michael Carter-Williams. That's what he is. Not really. Not actually. Not actually. But he is having a sophomore slump.
He's more Tyreek Evans. He's more Tyreek Evans than Michael Carter-Williams.
He might be fine, but he's sophomore slump.
Yeah,
OG
sophomore
Anunoby cooled off. First month, people were saying he might be an all-star. No, he's still OG Anunoby. He's back to his normal self.
Yeah.
Gary Trent Jr. is going to get traded because he offers nothing to them.
They have no
And
big. Still.
They have no big because Precious Achiuwa has been hurt.
Yeah.
And everything is so difficult for them because none of their players can pass well and none of their players can rebound well. They have to fight tooth and nail for everything. It's so...
Yeah.
You watch them play, and it's just like they're making themselves struggle on purpose by playing all these huge wings, and it's ridiculous.
Crazy thing is, Masai offered Fred VanVleet a big bag, $114 million, after the season that he just performed. After this season, I fucked that up. I said after this season.
Yeah, he offered after last season, and now people were like, he's playing like shit. Why didn't he accept that? I kind of hate that. Of course, in hindsight, he should have accepted it because he doesn't know how to shoot. But going into this year, he's Fred VanVleet. He made an All-Star game a couple years ago. He's gonna want the max. Like, I don't blame him for not taking that.
I think he's kind of. I guess
he
you have
played
a point
himself
about that, but I think he's playing himself.
Did he?
With that.
Listen, he's not that bad. He's just shooting. He can't shoot threes. Like, he's fine.
It sucks. It sucks that it played out like this, right? Listen. Nobody ever goes into a situation trying to play themselves, right? It just happens, right? Now the only person that I can make that argument for was Dennis Schroeder. He should have known that he was not going to get $84 million or higher from anybody else. He's the only one. But for VanVleet, again, the shooting, it's very, very tragic that he's having this awful year in a contract type season. But I think everybody in Toronto needs a change of scenery. I think Masai might need to go. Fred needs to go. Pascal needs to. Everybody.
Nah, Masai's chilling. He just needs to stop being so scary. That's all. Stop being scary and commit.
I'm not saying he needs to get fired.
Rebuild and halfway contend. Shit.
I'm not saying he needs to get fired. I'm not saying he needs to get fired. But Masai should definitely go somewhere else where he can rebuild and like from the ground up. And maybe he could do that in Toronto if he trades everybody and goes the OKC method, but he needs a fresh slate as well.
Okay. You see, we're talking about Fred VanVleet playing himself. We're talking like he's been like absolutely tragic, 10 points per game. He's averaging 18.6. Last year he averaged 20. So like, yeah, he's making one less shot because he's making less threes. He's shooting 32% from three. His 2-point percentage is exactly the same. Assists exactly the same. Turnovers are down. Everything's fine. He's still a good defender. He's just not making as many threes. Like, I think the Orlando Magic would still offer him a max contract. I think
that's a great fit, by the way. That needs to have. I would love to see. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
San Antonio Spurs would probably offer him a max contract. Like, I think he'll be fine. He needs to go to
Orlando. He needs to go to Orlando.
That'd be great.
He's built like Jameer Nelson too. Like old school Jameer Nelson. That would be insane. He needs to go there.
Yeah, but either way, I think he'll be fine. Like, I think his shooting issues are exacerbated for other reasons outside of just him, which we should talk about. They're not bad just because Fred VanVleet can't make shots. They're bad because their focus on versatility has led to them missing the two key traits that come from small guys and big guys. They don't have good passers, and they can't rebound.
Bro.
And not even necessarily just rebound. Really the biggest issue is they can't create good shots. If you look at their shooting percentages from every area of the court, so like we're talking about rim, short mid, long mid, three-pointers, they're
everywhere.
Bottom 10 in everything. Blue is fucking
blue everywhere. Cold.
Everywhere's blue.
Holy shit, someone give these boys a blanket. Jeez.
Yeah, and listen, that was kind of the case last year too, but it's just worse this year.
Boo.
Yeah, I heard that. Goddamn.
Boo. That was a terrible joke. I can't let that go. I can't let that go. That was awful. Go get the blanket. That was bad.
Hard.
That was bad.
Yeah. So they get by because they're really scrappy. They're first in turnover percentage every year. They get offensive rebounds, and which they're still doing. They're still first in turnover percentage, and they're sixth in offensive rebound. But again, they're bottom 3 in shooting from every area besides the rim, where they're just 17th. So they're not even good at the rim. They're just mid as fuck. And they're second in transition, so they're still getting out and running a lot. They're really good at that. But they're 29th in half-court offense, which, is kind of important. And, yeah, just everything, they just can't make shots. That's really what it comes down to.
They're just playing a whole different style of basketball now. I haven't been watching them, and Raptors fans could probably speak more over this than me. I haven't watched them as consistently, at least. And when I was watching JJ Redick's podcast the other day, Fred VanVleet was talking about how they're playing a different style of basketball, and he doesn't have the ball in his hands as much, and he's forced to take. His shots come so wildly inconsistent because some games he gets like 7, 8, 9 threes off, whatever. In other games, like 2 or 3, and they're just like really volatile. And something like really important to mention is like, there's a screenshot. There's a screenshot out there on Twitter the other night. I forget who they were playing. I think they were playing the 76ers. But Scotty Barnes had the ball in his hands, and they were treating that man like he had fucking COVID, playing the 6 giving him the Ben Simmons treatment. That made me sick. Yeah. That made me sad. God damn. How are you supposed to have a good option with that?
It's interesting that Fred VanVleet said that. I didn't know that he felt that way because I've watched him play, and I have Fred VanVleet on my fantasy team, so I watch a lot of Raptors basketball, and I watch a lot of times. So I'm obviously watching him a lot, hoping he gets me points. He doesn't shoot a lot. Like it looks like he's like facilitating primarily. He's not running a lot of pick and rolls. I didn't look at the numbers, but probably less than he was last year. He's keeping the ball moving, just making the extra pass, and like that makes sense. You say that now. Maybe they're coached up to where he's not going to be spamming pick and rolls. It's more like set up and it's run through the wings. Let Pascal cook. Let Scotty play make.
Yeah.
And now that you say that, and I know he feels like he's getting less of a role, is that a mistake, you think? Do they need to let him cook more?
Yeah, I mean, he seemed somewhat disgruntled and like as if it was not his fault, which I'm not saying it is or is not or whatever the case may be, but he just seemed unhappy, and he made it clear to the podcast like there's some changes. I don't have the ball in my hands as much, and when you say something like that, you're just insinuating this is why I'm not doing it so well. I'm not used to what I'm doing, So
I buy that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
If his biggest weakness right now is shot making, that's like worse than he was last year. It makes total sense that the cause of that could be him not being in normal rhythm, not getting the shots he's used to.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, the Raptors are in hell. I remember a couple weeks ago when we last talked about the Raptors, or at least we like mentioned them briefly. You're like, they'll be fine, and that fine just turned into no, not really.
They won't be fine. They're broken. They're gonna trade Gary Trent Jr. Apparently, he's available. They should. Pickup. Gary Trent Jr. was shooting over his head last year. He had a good shot making season. He's all right. He's an okay player, but they don't need him. They have so many wings. Like they need to get something that can fix your weaknesses more than his duplicative skill sets.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where do you want to see him go? Who needs Gary Trent Jr.? Let me hear
There's
some
a lot of teams that would fucking hop on that quick. Well, how much money is he making? I don't think he's making it crazy back. So
I want to say 20 or 18, something like that.
Yeah, okay, that's not that crazy.
I want to see him on the Cavs. They need a 3.
On the Cavs would be nasty, to be honest. That would be absolutely disgusting. But off the top of the head, teams that are fucking struggling, shit.
I wish the Bucks had enough assets to go get him. The Bucks need help. I'm feeling. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling a little bit worried about my like.
Okay, let's hear it. Tell us. Let's move this conversation. Tell us about the Bucks and why they need help.
Their offense sucks, and I don't know if I don't know if it's just because Chris Middleton isn't there, or because like
it is.
Listen, all of it. You think their entire. You think every single problem. Every single problem with the Bucks is because of Chris Middleton being in and out the lineup.
Yeah,
I think a big part of it probably. Yeah,
they're 25th in offense on the year, which is insane.
So obviously, the elephant in the room, it's because of Chris Middleton not being there. They need him. But what we need to talk about from there is why do they need him so bad? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So one, Drew Holiday is still playing point, but Chris Middleton is a very big ball handler in that offense.
Yeah.
And he facilitates a lot of what they do. And when you don't have that, once Drew comes out, now you put in the ball in Javon Carter's hands. You're putting the ball in. You're trying to get Joe Ingles right to maybe get some playmaking. Giannis can do it.
Or Beauchamp, the rookie.
I don't even want to say his name.
Beauchamp.
I don't even want to talk about him. But Middleton is like a second point guard for them, and so that's really big. And then on top of that, somebody needs to get the ball out of Giannis's hands. Somebody needs to take mid-range shots other than Giannis. Somebody needs to take threes other than Giannis. He sees Chris Middleton on the bench. He says, "I'm going to do your job. I'm going to do my job," and it's not working because Giannis is not a good shooter, and it just that part just hasn't developed. And I don't know where we're going to see. I don't know where we're going to see Giannis be a great shooter, but right now it's not even that he's having like bad efficiency on small volume. It's bad efficiency, and he's trying to make it a part of his game, and he needs to understand that you don't have time for that, right?
That's not your game.
Brooklyn has passed you up. Boston is passing you up. You need to win games, and you need to stop taking these threes.
Well, let's talk about that real quick, because you say you don't know when he'll be a good shooter. He's never going to be a good shooter. That's not really the issue. That's not really like what's happening. He was a fine shooter last year, and this year he's just fallen off a cliff. I saw a stat earlier. He's still being honest at the rim, right? Unstoppable at the rim is what it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's shooting 26% on all shots outside of the restricted area.
Which is stupid.
It's ridiculous. But last year, he was 41% from mid-range. This year, he's 28%. So, like, we saw him last year.
Do you
get
have
back
his
to being
short
decent.
mid numbers? I do. Yeah. Where are those?
Last year was 39, which isn't great, but it's fine for the best rim scorer of all time.
Yeah.
But this year, it's 22%.
Damn.
22% from floater range.
Damn. Yeah. That touch is it's very weird for somebody who has immense touch around the rim like Giannis to be like 2 feet out and still just not be able to do that. That's actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
it's also lowest of his career. So like we always talk about unsustainable shooting luck and comes to threes. Why would he be shooting 22%? Why would that actually be reflective of his skill set?
I mean, he did that in the playoffs last year, and I understand they didn't have
though.
They didn't have a lot of spacing to go along with it, and you were playing Boston. But like, I have not seen anything from Giannis over an extended period of time that makes me say, you know what? Yes, like that's the shot that I want to be a consistent part of your game.
Yeah.
I mean, just if you can look at every year of his career, 39%, 36%, 36, 36, 36, 38, now 22. Wow, there's gotta be positive regression, right? Like we're talking about this big issue, but that's unsustainably bad, right? So if we bake into that and just tell ourselves that we can't get too caught up in shot making bias, that like everything comes and goes with shot making, if that's the biggest issue, then I'm not that worried. You know what I mean?
Chris Middleton gonna hold it down when he come back. Long story short,
that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping, and like especially because I have the Bucks winning the championship, I'm hoping that Chris Middleton comes in, fixes everything. The offense looks smoother, but it's still very.
His back.
I know, but
he's not Luka.
That's what I'm saying. It's very. It makes me a little bit nervous because you still have Giannis, right? And I think all three of us have Giannis as the best player in the world. You still have Drew Holiday, Brook Lopez is. Okay.
You do? When did that happen?
It happened like last week, bro.
Oh,
this man,
nice.
he went on vacation.
Off, on and off.
he went on vacation and switched up on us. Okay,
yeah, my bad. Okay,
I see you.
I like it.
You're in your bag.
I see you though. I think that's actually very interesting that you said.
I'm glad you said this.
Right. Anyways, but for Giannis to go ahead and do all of this, and for him to be recognized by the majority as the best player in the world, still have Drew Holiday, and be 25th in offense. You're surrounded by bums on offense. You're surrounded by bums, and it's not pretty. And so I don't. Again, like Isaac said, it's a lot to put on Chris Middleton's back, and I don't know if him coming back takes them from 25th up to top 7.
It's like them starting off the season so hot, winning. I think they went 9-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
To start off the season, and since then they've been not atrocious, but incredibly mid.
Yes,
and like. They're like this. They were hooping without Chris Middleton. Now, was it the strength of the schedule? I don't remember off the top of my head, like just how easy those wins were coming by and who they were against. But it's an interesting conversation to have, and can Chris Middleton fix all these problems? Like Giannis said in his interview, I'm not gonna trip too hard about it. Like if Chris Middleton was there, then okay, like yo, you got some issues, but he's not. So it's like maybe this is the reason why they had absolutely no issue paying Chris Middleton the massive bag that they gave him a couple years ago, because they realized just how important and integral he is to Giannis.
Yeah. They also did have kind of like an easy schedule to start the season. Yeah. Like after they played the Sixers, they played the Rockets, they played the Nets, who were an absolute mess. They played the Hawks, they played the Pistons twice. Yeah. They played the Thunder. Like they had games in there where you can kind of boost up the record to get to 9-0, which is still impressive, but obviously context. But I don't know, man. I don't know. They're sitting in the 3rd seed right now. They're 2.5 games back. I'm standing pat that they're going to win the championship, but I don't know. It's not. I'll tell you, I'm not as confident as I was early in the summer when I was like, we could just write it in, and it's not looking good. I think there's going to have to be some changes. They are also a team that is a move away. They're going to be very, very invested into the buyout market because they just don't have the assets to go make a trade.
Well, apparently they're trying real hard to get Jay Crowder, which they've been the biggest team linked to him, and that would help.
That would work.
What would they give up for him? What is he even worth?
It was around Grayson Allen.
Really? Good. That's too much.
3-team deal around Grayson Allen going.
Get him out. Get him out. Grayson. I
keep
can't stand Grayson. For what?
You'd rather have Grayson Allen than Jay Crowder?
No, I definitely would rather have Jay Crowder, but I think Grayson Allen is a little bit too valuable, considering
valuable.
Listen, you make me sound nasty
views
right
of Grayson
now,
Allen.
No, I don't like Grayson Allen, and
who does?
Exactly. The series that Grayson Allen had in the playoffs last year was very, very annoying to say the least. Because if he makes 1 3 a game, like half a 3 more a game, they end up in the conference finals. Chris Middleton comes back. We see what happens, right? This man, Grayson Allen, I do not like him, and I think that if you can get somebody like a Jay Crowder who can shoot threes as well and can and gives you more versatility on the defensive end,
for sure,
that's the move that you make. And then all you have to do is slide Pat Connaughton down to the 2. And I think you're able to do a lot more. Grayson Allen, he's not handling the ball. He's not handling the ball. Bobby Portis is a shooter. Pat Connaughton can shoot. If Middleton comes back, he can do that. Then I guess the only question that we would have is Beauchamp getting these minutes? Is he going to step up? Because at the same time, you're still putting Joe Ingles is here, and they're reintegrating him into the lineup. He can also be a shooter. So you have pieces that can fill the hole that Grayson Allen is. You go out, you get Jay Crowder, you get veteran presence and somebody who's not going to come out and kick and trip people in the middle of a playoff series, and get Grayson Allen far away. Get him away. And go get Jay Crowder.
Dong Tigers.
Please. Have him go be an assistant coach back at Duke or somewhere else. I don't care. He's messing up Giannis' legacy, and it bothers me.
This man hates Grayson Allen. Jesus.
I don't like him.
I can tell.
I don't blame him.
All right, well, that's a good talk. I think we're all slightly worried about the Bucks, but we're not going to get too crazy because they're still them at the end of the day when they're healthy.
Yeah, it's Giannis at the end of the day. First, second best player in the world, however you want to spin it. He's him. No real worries. Yes. Oh shit!
All right, well, I think at this point we're almost an hour in. It's TikTok time.
Sheesh!
I think it's time.
All right, that's a mid transition. I don't know.
We've had better.
we've had better. Mo, you're like 0.5 for 2 right now. 0.5 for 2.
Okay, I'm gonna send you guys some names.
You just hate them.
Look what I just sent in the GM.
Nah, for real, I'm hating.
Listen, first thing we're gonna do keep 3, cut 3. So
okay.
I'm going to name some NBA players. Y'all got to keep 3 and cut 3. Trae Young, Pascal Siakam, Jaylen Brown, Damian Lillard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jimmy Butler.
Ooh, this is tough. Is this just like in general, or like we building out a team, or what we doing? Just in general?
In general. Who's better right now? However you take it. You got to keep 3, you got to cut 3.
Damn.
All right, can we make the first cut?
Untouchables, Donovan. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is untouchable.
Yes, that wasn't my first cut. My first cut, get Trae Young. I'm cutting Trae Young.
What?
I'm cutting Trae Young.
That's the first cut?
That's my first cut.
Damn.
My first cut is Trae Young.
Ahead.
My first keep is Damian Lillard.
What?
Okay, that's fair.
What?
Yeah.
What? Are you serious? You said that way too easily. You said that way. Have you seen Damian Lillard's numbers lately? They're literally
I'm saying first and last. I'm picking between the point guards right now. That's where I'm focused.
Wow.
And so that's why I'm going there. But I'm
Are you cutting Mo? Are you cutting Dame?
I'm cutting Dame. This season, I'm cutting Dame. Just
okay. I'll be the tiebreaker. I'm keeping Dame. Yeah. I'm keeping Dame.
Yeah, I feel like I know where this is.
We know what Dame could be in the playoff setting. We gotta keep him
for sure. I can let that slide. So
are we keeping Shea?
Yes. I'm keeping Shea. He can't go.
I'm keeping Shea. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can't go.
So we got one spot left. We got one spot left.
Yeah. This guy
Pascal Siakam, Jaylen Brown, and Jimmy Butler.
Jaylen Brown's averaging 27 fucking points a game, dude. As a second option.
That's where I was gonna go.
Cares.
I think I was gonna go with Jaylen.
Wait a minute. Do we gotta cut Dame and keep Siakam and Jaylen?
No.
We can't cut Jimmy Butler.
But you can't.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we
gotta cut Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I think I will cut Jimmy Butler. I don't want to.
Okay, fine. We'll cut Jimmy. Y'all have me. We'll cut Jimmy.
I think just in totality right now, give me. Yeah,
it hurts to cut Jimmy.
It really does. It really does.
Bro, I can't lie to you. Pascal Siakam is better than Jaylen Brown.
I would have to. Sadly, I would agree.
I'm gonna take Jaylen.
I would agree with that. I think Siakam. I'm big on giving Siakam respect, so I'm keeping.
We all ranked Siakam above Jaylen.
I know. Counterpoint. I think Jaylen Brown's bag is a little bit deeper. And so
Siakam's so much better of a defensive player.
Aesthetically, I think Jaylen is better to watch.
Who fucking cares?
I care.
Oh my god!
You didn't say what criteria. You didn't say what criteria.
All right, you're the tiebreaker, Mo. Are we keeping Siakam or Jaylen?
I'm keeping Siakam. I have to.
Let's go.
I'm a big Siakam guy. I love respecting Siakam, bro. So, and I love Jaylen Brown. Obviously, I got a fucking Jaylen Brown jersey. Are you kidding me? So I have to respect Siakam. But I have to respect Siakam.
Okay, that's fine.
So we're keeping Siakam, Dame, and Shea?
Yeah,
I'm not keeping Shea.
Oh.
I'm keeping Siakam, Shea. I'm keeping Siakam, Shea, and I'm not keeping Dame. I'm keeping. Yeah, I'd rather have Jaylen Brown right now than Jimmy Butler. Right now.
Well, you got outvoted anyways. We're keeping Dame.
Yeah, dummy. I'm sorry, I'm hating.
That's a hard one. That was tough.
That's a good
ass group of players.
That's a good list.
Yeah, I just picked like 10 people for my teens. On our top 30 list. That's good. All right, next up, we're gonna redraft the 2017 NBA draft. So why don't y'all go ahead and pull up the draft so you see everybody got picked, and we're gonna take turns going through. We're gonna redraft the top 10.
Cool.
Okay.
Y'all got it pulled up?
Not yet. Hold on. Give me a second.
Cool. Yeah, I got it. My Wi-Fi is better.
Let's redraft the 2017 NBA draft. And I'll go first. Donovan, you go second. Mo, go third.
All right.
Let's do it.
We'll just take turns going through top 10. Non-snake, just regular. I think it's obvious. I mean, we don't got to talk about the first pick at all. It's obviously Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Yep, 100%.
Smart.
Jason Tatum.
Smart.
Second pick, very easy. Donovan Mitchell going second overall.
Even easier than the first pick.
Yep, easier. And I'm going to pridefully take De'Aaron Fox at the third pick.
That's where it gets interesting. Are you picking De'Aaron Fox over Bam Adebayo?
Well, I can't go back on my word. So why are you trying to put me in this position?
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yes, you can.
You can go back.
Yeah.
We're talking through it.
Yeah, I'm taking De'Aaron Fox.
What?
Over Bam?
De'Aaron Fox. Yeah,
nah, you tripping.
I'm taking De'Aaron Fox.
Okay. Well, then Bam has to go fourth, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Okay, Bam's four.
All right. If Bam's fourth, now I gotta pick between we're either going OG or we're going Lowry Markkanen.
That's a tough one. Whew. Lowry's been last year obviously been OG, but Lowry's been so good this year.
I know this is
Lowry better than OG?
What you gonna do?
OG's like first team all defense level of a defender.
But Lowry getting the
Lowry's
buckets,
a bucket.
He's getting buckets. I don't. You know what? and this is super super unfair, but I'm gonna go with OG because he's been less of a disappointment than Lowry has over the course of his career. He's really stepped it up, but I also think that this is a very like situational step up for him. Props to him for doing it, but he's in Utah. Like there's nobody else. But for OG, I think OG's defense clears here. So I'll take him over Lowry.
I agree. Okay, then Lowry has to go next at 6, right?
Yeah, I'm taking Lowry. Easy one. Let's go.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Lowry 6. Who's 7? Is it Kyle Kuzma?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 8.
And then who else?
Do we go Lonzo Ball at 8?
No, I wouldn't.
No?
I think I would go Josh Hart at 8.
Cool.
Over
Thank
Lonzo
the Lord
Ball?
you did that. I'm doing Jared Allen. Jared Allen.
Oh, Jared Allen was 2017?
Yep.
Word?
Oh, we got to move. Let's move people down.
My bad. Rewind.
Jared Allen's above Kyle Kuzma. Jared Allen's above Larry Markman?
Yes.
Okay. Is he above OG? He was an all-star last year.
Is Jared Allen above OG? I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jared Allen goes
wow.
there. OG goes down. Lowry goes down. Kuzma goes down. So are we going Josh Hart over Lonzo?
No.
Yes, I would. I would.
Because the injuries?
The injury.
I guess I get that.
Yes.
Yeah, the injury makes sense.
Okay. Josh Hart at 8. Josh Hart next.
Man, wait. Are you serious
wait,
right now?
Wait,
the
we're
last
taking.
time we saw
Wait,
Lonzo
wait,
play,
we're
he
taking.
was serious.
We're taking Josh Hart over Derek White, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Cool. Then yeah, I think we're good there.
Okay, what about John Collins or Lonzo?
John Collins.
What do we do about Lonzo's knee? Like that whole. Do we think he's like fucked?
He can't walk up the stairs, so you have to think so. There's
so
no
John Collins
timetable
next.
on him whatsoever, which is scary.
Yeah.
No timetable is dangerous territory. So he's cooked.
Oh, is Josh Hart better than John Collins?
No. John Collins put up 20 and 10 at one point for almost 2 years of his NBA career.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's swap them. I'm gonna go John Collins.
All right.
So
John Collins, then Josh Hart.
Yeah.
I respect.
Then do we give Lonzo Ball that last spot?
Nah.
No?
Give him some benefit of the doubt. Come on.
Markel,
go fuck yourself.
Markel is nice, but no.
Markel's still playing.
Yeah, he nice, but no.
Lonzo not.
What about Jonathan
Yes,
Isaac?
we're giving the last spot to Lonzo Ball.
What about Jonathan Isaac?
Jonathan Isaac doesn't
Stop
exist. Jonathan Isaac is the friends he made along the way.
He's finna play this season.
I don't believe you. I've seen the reports. I don't believe him.
He's gonna give you some gospel vibes in the locker room. You need that.
Good Lord. All right. I like that. 2017 is a good ass draft, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Got some hoopers.
I know. All right. Next up, we're gonna do a recent fan favorite segment. We're gonna play 20 questions.
Ooh,
Okay. I want to guess because I have my name last time was awful.
Okay, so should I think of the name?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be the one to think of the name.
All right, Mo.
Okay, I got it.
Mo, I'm gonna need us to do some type of fusion thing.
Fusion?
We're gonna have to make this work.
All right, cool. Let's
So
do
I've got
it.
20 questions to guess the NBA player I'm thinking of.
Cool. Let's run it.
Let's go.
He drafted after 2010?
No.
No?
I don't think so. I'll double check, but no.
Okay. That tells me,
double check real
Donovan,
quick.
that he is in between. It's anywhere between like 2008 maybe and maybe 11. But we'll see what his research comes out to.
Yeah, I want to get some clarification on
Actually,
this.
no. Actually, yes, he was drafted after 2010.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Is he a front court player?
No.
Okay. Guard.
Has he made an all-star team?
No.
Damn.
Is his primary team in the Eastern Conference?
I don't know what his primary team is, but yeah.
Sounds like a fucking journeyman. Okay, cool. All right. Has he been a meme at any point of his career?
Has he been a meme? There's a lot of fucking memes out there. I don't know.
That's such a weird question.
He's not like known to be a meme.
So he has no
That's
clout.
a waste of a question.
He has no clout. Okay.
Meme is how we
Meme
judge
is
clout. All
clout.
right.
Yeah. It's a
Some
good
people
telltale.
make millions. Other people make memes. Is he considered a shooter?
Yes.
Was he light skinned?
Oh, that's good.
No. I think no.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
No. What's gonna end up happening is he's gonna be like a caramel type of color. He's gonna be a light brown.
Nobody's ever called him light skin.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
I feel like he could also be white. I don't know.
He stumbled on his words, and I was like, "Wait."
Like he
took too long to answer that.
Isaac, he could be playing with us right now. Was the team he was drafted by in the Eastern Conference?
What team was he drafted by?
Damn, this dude was a scrub.
I just don't know. Let me Google this real quick.
Just pull up his basketball.
So he was drafted after 2010. He's a guard.
All right, we need to settle. We need to cut down this.
Yes, he was drafted by an Eastern team.
Ask those. Okay.
Okay. Was he drafted?
Real quick, do you know how many questions you're at?
No.
Five, I think.
We're at 7.
5 or 6 or something like that.
6, I think.
Okay. Was he drafted after 2015?
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Was he a first round pick?
Yes.
Okay. First round pick. Shooter. Eastern Conference.
First round
but
pick,
he's already moved around because Isaac said that he doesn't know his primary team though.
Backcourt player. Okay. Damn. I want to look at teams right now, but that may be considered as cheating, so I ain't gonna do that shit.
I mean, I don't care.
All right. Is his I think
did he average more than 12 points in his career?
Nope.
That's such a random number. I don't think that would have.
Ass. These numbers help. We gotta think. We gotta think about.
He's a shooter. He's a shooter though. I
mean, he's not like a capital S shooter, but like he's not a non-shooter.
Is it Ben McLemore?
It's not Ben McLemore.
Was that a good guess? That's not a question.
No.
Right,
he was drafted by the Kings.
Oh, you're right. Fuck, that was a terrible guess.
Played yourself.
Was he a top 10 pick?
No.
He was outside of the lottery. Damn. Wait. Okay, yeah, he was outside of the lottery. Shit.
Kind of. Okay. Mo, what height do you want to settle at to ask if he's over?
Is he?
Because we know he's a guard.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like.
Is he?
Do you know how many questions you're at? I keep forgetting.
I think 9 or 10 or something 9? Like that.
All right.
I was thinking 11. Okay.
Okay, fine. We'll go 11.
Yeah, 11.
Do you want to go?
Donovan, I'm thinking, is he over 6'3"? What question do you want to ask?
I was going to ask point guard or shooting guard.
Okay, let's do that. That's better.
Okay.
I feel like he's go ahead.
Is he a point guard?
No.
He's a 2.
Okay. He's a 2.
So he was a disaster of a... Not a disaster, but...
Disaster of a 2 guard, but not a... He's outside the top 10.
Yeah. Outside the top 10.
2010 to 2015.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference teams. I
gotta tighten up. You're running out of questions.
Wait, Donovan, is he a point guard or a shooting guard?
He's a shooting guard.
He's a shooting guard. Okay.
Oh, man, this is tough.
My scanner's going hella crazy right now. I'm scanning the 2010 draft. I'm scanning the 2011 draft. I'm scanning 20.
I don't even remember those drafts.
2011 was the Kawhi draft. 2012.
I have a feeling you're not going to know this guy was drafted in these years.
Was the Damian Lillard AD draft.
I don't think you're going to know this guy's draft
Anthony
class.
Bennett. 2014 was I think the Jaleel.
Yeah, we really have to tighten up. We're really sucking right now.
Yeah.
This is the worst one we've ever had. You guys have gotten nowhere.
We're stumped because like. Okay.
It's not Shannon Brown. It's not a deep cut. Like, you know this player. I mean,
is he in the NBA today still?
No.
He's ass Donovan.
Well, dang! Listen, there's a lot of people not in the NBA. How am I
Is
supposed
this fucking
to know?
Norris Cole?
No, it's not Norris Cole.
Damn.
He's a shooting guard. I don't know.
Ask the divisions question.
You're running low on questions. Y'all better tighten up.
How many do we have left?
Let's say 7.
Okay, 7 questions left. Is this player's primary team in the Atlantic Division, which is Knicks, Nets, Sixers, Raptors, Celtics.
Primary teams. Let me see what team played the longest on.
This dude was so ass, bro.
He played the same amount of years on two teams. Let's say no.
Okay, so he bounced around in the. So he was in the Central Division, I guess, and then Southeast Division for a couple years. Who are bad shooters,
bro? A name in my mind that I would. The reason why I asked the meme question because I immediately thought of like, oh, is this Lance Stevenson? Because he was a fucking meme. And he was not that good at all. You know, the meme question had power to it, but he was not a meme. He had zero clout. He was a shooter. He was drafted outside of the lottery.
So I'm gonna need you to listen. I'm gonna need you to carry me, fam. Carry me.
All right, we have 6 more questions left.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 more questions left. So he was not light skinned either. Okay. He was a good shooter.
We got nowhere.
Yeah. Like I'm stuck. Was he a good defender?
How do we
get here? Yeah.
He was a good defender. He was a 3-and-D type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting warmer.
Are we?
No.
I hope so.
Yeah. He's just so mid. We got like 5 questions left or something like that? Or 4?
Yep. Who was drafted then?
Was he drafted in 2011?
Yes, actually.
Wow.
He was drafted in 2011, so that was the Kyrie Irving draft.
You just said that was the Kawhi draft.
No.
Yeah, both.
Oh, they were both in that one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Kyrie was in that. Clay was in that. I think Jimmy Butler. Wait,
2011.
Wait, he wasn't All-Star, so it's not Jimmy Butler. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
he's also not in the league anymore. It's obviously not Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he's not in the league anymore.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know who these people are. I don't know these draft classes like that.
Yeah, and then
you're not gonna know this guy was drafted this year. It's gonna be a surprise.
Dude, he was mid, and the thing that's getting me is that he's not playing in the NBA anymore. In 2011, although it was a long time ago.
I wish I could look up this draft so bad.
Yeah,
that'd make it too easy.
Paul George is in that draft as well.
Who's out the league, bro?
Yeah, this is
9 years. It's been 11 years since I dropped.
Damn. I can't think of a guard. Has he made the NBA Finals before?
Yes. Good question.
Is this?
Okay, made the NBA Finals. Here we go. All right, that was our key.
Yeah.
If we think about the teams from 2010, is this going to be? I'm not counting this as a question. This is a question to my partner.
Okay, cool.
This is a question to my partner.
Good clarification.
I low-key feel like, do you know when Deshaun Stevenson came in the game?
Deshaun Stevenson, I think he was a Dallas Maverick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think he was after 2010. So he was in 2011. There's no way he would choose Deshaun Stevenson.
He was in. Oh well, he was okay. He wasn't a rookie.
That would be a stupid guess. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no way.
That's why I was addressing my partner.
Yeah.
Right? That's why we had to discuss things.
Scratch Deshaun Stevenson. So he made the finals. So think about the teams that made the finals in that era in the East. So he has to be on the Miami Heat, I'm assuming.
No.
Why would it have to be the Heat?
It could be the Bucks. Well, no. Because he was drafted. He was drafted in 2011.
Well, yeah, that is true. Yeah,
but he was drafted by an Eastern Conference team, and he's made the finals. And so it's like, so the only 2 Eastern Conference teams that have made it have been you have the Cavs, the Heat, and the Raptors.
Oh shit! This is Iman Shumpert.
This is.
Oh my goodness.
Anything is possible.
Oh my goodness, man. Shout out to my mama, man.
I'm gonna break down.
Oh my god, that was so tough. When you threw out the Cavs, I was like, oh fuck. 2011, he was drafted in 2011. That's Iman Shumpert.
They didn't believe in us. They didn't believe in us.
That was so intense. I feel like the man of the year right now.
Y'all are fucking sweating.
Yeah, I could cry right now, man. This shit means something to me, man.
They didn't believe in us, man.
Donovan's crying. Is he serious?
This means something to me. You know what I'm saying?
You're actually crying right now.
This is important.
Oh my god,
that was great teamwork play. Iman Shumpert. See,
we were out for the cause. Like this is real.
I'm crying laughing. Yeah. Donovan's really crying over 20 questions.
This is beautiful. That was a beautiful teammate.
I love winning. I love winning. Thank you, Mo.
Bro,
I told you to carry us. I told you to carry us. I told you to carry us, and you did it.
You threw me a bone.
Why is he crying?
I'm just a kid. This is fantastic, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. It's
fantastic.
If y'all are still watching, comment, why is Donovan crying?
This is great.
Man, that was fantastic.
This is the funniest moment of show history.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe we did that.
Tears over Iman Shumpert.
Yeah. Oh my god.
2012 Shumpert was different. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand.
He's a Knicks fan too, so it means something to him, Don. It means something to him, Isaac.
That's what I'm saying.
I can tell. Anything is possible.
When Shump tore his ACL, I was just like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tough times.
Oh, that's funny as fuck. Okay. We got one more TikTok left. I'm going to send y'all some pictures.
Let's go.
Oh, we have 2 TikToks left.
Ooh, okay. Let's do it.
I forgot you had one. I'm going to send y'all some pictures.
Okay.
And they're funny pictures, I'll say that. We're going to do something we did last week. We're going to react to some pictures of NBA players if they were bald.
Woo!
Oh, let's do it.
All right, let's see this.
Y'all rate these players from 1 to 10 based on how they look bald.
Okay.
Actually, y'all rate these players from 1 to 10 based on how much they can pull off a bald head. First off, Devin Booker.
Nah, this man, I don't know. He looks like...
Oh, man, he has an egghead for real, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
He has an egghead for real, man. This is brutal. I want to say he don't look that bad, but... Man.
I'll say, what, like 5? He's just mid. He's just a mid-ball guy.
That beard is saving him. That whatever that is saving him.
Oh, yeah, he can't go hairless. He can't be like those cats. Like, that's going to be crazy. But this is okay. This is passable.
He looks like the character in the sitcom that dates the main character's daughter, and they think he's up to no good, but really he's a good guy. This looks like him.
Yeah, man.
He works at a factory.
So specific.
Yeah.
He works at a factory. Real salt of the earth guy.
Listen, you put a fitted on this guy, he's working.
Okay, that is true, but that's cheating though. We talking bald head. Who looks good with a shiny?
That's true.
What about Kevin Durant? Listen, everybody wants him to go bald. What do y'all think about this?
This looks like Kevin Durant right now. Like,
yeah, this
I don't
look
think
that
he
bad.
looks different.
This don't look that bad. He should honestly go for this look.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I like this.
it. Bro. This is a W.
Listen, it's better than having ground beef on your head.
That ground beef is brutal, bro. Taco meat on his head, bro.
You make $40 million a year, and you can't spend $4 at Walgreens on a brush, man. That's despicable.
Yeah.
That's despicable.
Yeah, man.
All right, what about his teammate, Kyrie Irving?
Let's see, Kyrie.
Oh, Martin Luther Irving. Let's see what...
No, he for real looks like Martin Luther Irving here.
Yeah.
He looks like an activist.
Bro, he looks like World Be Free.
Yeah.
People be calling him World Be Flat. He looks exactly like World Be Free in this picture.
Oh, hell
great.
No. Oh,
bro, this is hilarious.
It's not that bad, though, honestly. I feel like...
Bro, he looks like everybody
in order
scamming
to be
uncle.
bald, you have to have, like, really nice eyebrows, and it looks like he has that in this picture.
Yeah.
He looks extremely 1970s.
Yeah.
Like aggressively 1970s.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right, who's next?
I'm looking at him like, when is the next march, my brother? Shit. Shout out to him.
What about Nikola Jokic?
Oh, man, this
look like Jokic right now.
Yeah, he had this hairstyle a couple years ago. So this is not even... He's an ugly individual, period. He looks like...
What do you mean a couple years ago? He had this last week. Like,
if you ever wondered what Patrick Star looked like in human form, this is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is
just ripped my joke.
He did.
I told that joke yesterday.
Yeah.
Recycling this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what?
Definitely...
So what, like 7 or 8? He looks mad regular.
Yeah. Like 8, 7.
Okay.
Man, he looks like the Michelin Man, and y'all are. Okay.
Yeah,
next one. Paul George.
Oh,
he looks crazy. He looks straight out the 80s.
Oh, man, this is so criminal.
He looks like he just came from a disco club.
Yeah.
No, facts. He could be working security somewhere.
That's a great comparison. He looks
Right?
like an intimidating ass security guard.
Facts.
He looks like he flirts with mad ants.
Oh
Ants?
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay, we'll say like I'm rocking. I like the 80s look here. I'm gonna go 7.7. We're gonna be very specific.
Whoever photoshopped this was in their bag. Look how shiny that shit is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Shout out
this is
Playmaker, I
solid.
guess.
This is an 8 to me. Maybe a 9. Looks
Yeah,
realistic.
he can pull it off.
Yeah, maybe.
What about Ja Morant?
Oh, no,
Why you
this-
use this picture, man?
He looks like a lesbian in this, man. He looks like a lesbian straight up.
Why you use this picture?
Yeah, no. This is not doing it.
This is a 2.
Yeah, this is
Bro,
violating.
he looks devious.
I'm questioning John Morant
Man
on
looks-
all levels now.
This man looks sassy, man.
Yeah, exactly. This is terrible. The way his hit turn, I don't like this from John Morant. This is.
Yeah,
He looks
Ja
like
looks like
somebody.
a solid 8. No. Oh, my bad. 4.
8? No,
4,
this
my
is
bad.
2.
4. He looks like a solid 4.
Yeah, this is not good.
I want to say some things, but man, I can't say it.
That's just hilarious. All right, that's all the pictures I got. These were less funny than last time. Last time's look worse.
Yeah.
Most of these look fine.
Yeah. My
All right,
goodness.
well, I think you have a TikTok for us to close us out.
Yeah, I got a TikTok for you guys, and I'm going to send it in the chat.
Let's do it.
Okay.
What's this one about? Let the people know.
All right. Cool. So I'm gonna send this in the chat. I'm gonna send this in the chat right now, so you guys can try to get your guesses up or whatever.
Well, let people know what the TikTok is.
Cool. All right, so y'all, for the podcast group, this segment is called "Guess the NBA Player by Nickname." Now, this is for the TikTok. Okay, there we go. I want to see if you guys can guess the NBA player by their nickname.
Okay.
So
I think I'll be really bad at this. I'm kind of scared.
These are gonna be ridiculous because half the NBA doesn't even have nicknames, and like you just go on the basketball reference page and it's like nobody's ever called them this.
yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. Oh fuck no! I just sent them by accident. No.
Oh,
I'm not
Dumbass.
looking. I haven't looked.
Isaac, did you look?
I saw one.
Which one did you see? Which nickname?
I didn't see the nickname. I just saw the person.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess we can still do this. Okay, there's one nickname that I left out.
Start from the bottom.
And it's cool. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. Okay, this should be easy. Kobe Wade. That kind of gives
Dean
it
Wade?
away. And
Is that Dean Wade?
no, it's not D Wade.
Kobe Wade.
Dean.
Yeah, Kobe
Dean
Wade. And they also called him Bubble Cheese.
Bubble cheese.
Kobe Wade.
Yeah.
Who is this?
It's not Dean Wade.
Nope.
Bubble cheese?
Yeah.
where do I go with that? What the fuck is bubble cheese?
Think about what.
See, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is exactly
What
what
part
I
of
was
the
talking
country?
about. No announcer has ever said bubble cheese, and now you want me to get on this TikTok and try to guess somebody called bubble cheese.
And now you mad
Cheese.
because you don't know, bro. You're supposed to be in your bags with the divisions and shit. What part of America would call nickname a player there?
It's
Bubble
somebody.
Cheese?
Is it? Are we talking about who is this? Michael Redd?
No, but that's not a terrible guess.
OJ Mayo?
Somebody from the Bucks, I guess.
No,
Yeah. I just have Brandon Knight,
nah, that's not a terrible guess though. But keep on
Eric
going.
Bledsoe. I'm just naming Bucks at this point.
No, it's not no one on the Bucks. It's in the East
Dude, what
though.
are we
Tyler
talking
Hero?
about?
Is it Tyler Hero?
No, he played majority of his career on the East.
I don't know. Who
Give
is
up.
this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dion Waiters. You should hate yourself after that.
Why?
Why?
Because
Nobody's ever called him that.
bro, the Kobe
Bubble
Wade shit was a
cheese.
nasty comparison for him.
Okay, what's the next one?
All right,
Next one.
the next
I'm
one
upset.
should be relatively easy. All right,
So
we
what you
got
said about the last one?
Okay, we got this. The Servant.
Just say it.
There we go.
The Servant?
Yeah, The Servant.
Oh, I know that. That's Kevin Durant.
Nice. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, he got.
It's an awful nickname, and the fact that he
terrible.
turned down Slim Reaper and said, "Call me the Servant."
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's
Jail.
disgusting. Didn't Kevin Durant say that he didn't like the nickname Slim Reaper?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
He do not be hearing you.
Shit. My AirPods are.
That's why he bit your joke too.
Yeah, my AirPods are fucking quiet probably. But anyways, all right. Next nickname. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Who is the Big Penguin?
The Big Penguin.
Yeah.
It's got to be a big white guy. Is this Nikola Jokic?
No. He's
Okay.
not white either.
Oh, I don't know why I thought that.
I'm just gotta think about fat people. This Big Baby.
No.
The Big Penguin.
Who was in charge of these NBA nicknames?
See, if you're asking that question, how are we expected to get this?
This is what makes it
And
funny.
you're looking at the page.
Zero sense.
You're looking at the page.
Yeah. Keep on going. Keep on running them.
The Big Penguin. This
You already know
is crazy.
it's a center or whatever. So
Who's
keep
it?
on running.
Roy Hibbert?
Is it Andre Drummond?
Yeah, Andre Drummond.
Oh,
What the heck?
Damn, Donovan, you ass boy.
I thought
Nobody's
of it because
ever
I figured
called
he has
him
like
that.
floppy feet.
All right,
Big
I'm
last
not
one.
participating.
All right, last one that I'm gonna do.
I like it.
Guaranteed, you guys have probably never heard this player before, but his nickname is Bad Porn.
Bad porn.
Yeah,
Bad
I'm gonna sit
porn.
this one out. I'm gonna sit this one out. Y'all got it.
I don't even know where to go with that.
Yeah, you can go a lot of places with that. Sadly,
All right, who is it? Just tell us.
Corey Maggette. I don't even.
Corey
know
Maggette?
What the fuck?
Yeah, Maggette.
Nah.
Yeah, there we
Alright.
go. Yeah, do you remember him,
Yo,
Donovan?
fire who?
Yeah, of course I remember Corey Maggette. I remember his name. I don't remember his awful nickname because once again, nobody called him that. Nobody ever said that.
Yeah, this needs to be a direct shot at the people who run Basketball Reference. Because what the hell?
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the end of the show. Again, if you're watching to the end,
See y'all
comment
next week.
why is Donovan crying? Because I still want to know. We'll see you guys next time.